Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Phobos here bringing you another Starcraft 2 replay. We are doing this cold cast, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. In the top right corner of Xel'Naga Caverns, we have TheDodo and as the blue Terran, and in the bottom left corner, we have KymHyunJun. I'm going to call him Kim, because that's a lot less syllables and a lot easier to pronounce. As the teal Terran. These aren't league ladder colors, so I don't know if this is a custom game or what. But we got it sent in to us, so we're going to go ahead and cast it. This is a TvT. Not many people, I know a lot of people aren't really fans of mirror matchups, but I think they can be pretty interesting. So, yeah. I'm rather excited. I'm not exactly sure who cast or sent us this replay, whether the Dodo or Kim here. I feel bad, but I'm just going to call Dodo here. Anyways, we both see them dropping the 10 supply depot at the front of their base. Looks like they're both going for the basic wall off. And we see the scout moving out from the Dodo. One thing I wanted to bring up in this video is we've set up a Facebook page. You can look us up on Facebook by searching for the BronzeLeaguePerspective now. And you can join us and follow us on Facebook, which is really exciting. I'm really excited about that. Hopefully we get some followers and some likes and all that good jazz. Do see the refinery coming down for Kim here, as well as the Dodo. We see the barracks in the back, so he's not completing that wall off, whereas the Dodo here is working on that frontal wall. And the scout does spot that the refinery, so he knows this is so far a fairly typical build. And looks like he's just gonna chill around in the back here. Do see the orbital command coming down. Let's bring up that production tab. We see the orbital and the first marine coming down for both players here. We have this lazy SCV setting up here for the Dodo though. He needs to hurry up and get to work. There he goes. Another supply depot. He's built both supply depots. He's just not building that racks where it goes. That very interesting choice. We do see the Kim here move out with a SCV scout, but he's just grabbing that tower so far. And this marine looks like it might grab the other one. Do have this SCV heading on its way back. Do have two marines out, and looks like Kim is dropping the factory, but so is Dodo here. These guys are staying pretty close together on their timings. Kim is grabbing a second refinery at this point, whereas the Dodo is still on one here. And there goes that second one. Do see that bunker coming down up front, so he did go for the wall off, though a bit differently than Kim did here. Now, I'm not sure what league these players are from, but so far it's too early for me to tell anything, because this is all very standard gameplay. We do see a tech lab and another racks coming out for KymHyunJun here. But on the upside, the Dodo is putting out a reactor. We see a scan go down because the scouting was denied. And so Kim is aware of what Dodo is up to here. I would have waited actually a couple more seconds to drop that tech lab on that factory. Do you see a 1-1-1 build coming from the Dodo here as well, with a tech lab and a reactor on the barracks and tech lab on the factory. We have siege tech coming out for the Dodo with that finished factory. Looks like that starport's going to be out a little bit sooner as well. But looks like we're seeing a swap here, and maybe going for some Hellions. Alright, that's great, except that the front here is walled off. That doesn't mean the Marines in the back won't get toasted anyways, but it will keep those Hellions outside of that mineral line. We do see some Marines moving out here, maybe for some early aggression, maybe to find out what his opponent is up to. Do see a tank coming out, and no starport for Kim yet. So if the Dodo here grabs some Banshees, which he does have them rallied to the corner, and then set to right outside of his base. Actually, is he grabbing Cloak? He's not grabbing Cloak. He does have enough Vestbane for it. Do see the Hellions moving out. He's going to pop that bunker back up. See that tank beginning to move out. That will be very dangerous. And those Hellions need to get out of there. Lost one there in that brief firefight. Realize that that is not a good idea. Now, I don't agree with pulling it back in the base because they'll easily be able to outpace everything here. So he could have easily just gone and done some scouting. And poor timing, poor Dodo here. That Banshee popped right at the wrong second, right as he was moving out. We do see a lot of SCVs coming down. Not sure what's going on there. But this tank is sieged. We're going to see some... Oh, everything was mowed down before that tank could pull a shot off. Very excellent defense. He didn't do it a whole lot personally, but he was able to keep that tank off of his back. That's a lot of SCVs not doing anything. He needs to do something with those. Either repair or get back to work. Another Banshee coming out, but at this point we do have the engineering bay for Kym, but we don't have any turrets at this point, which kind of surprises me. We do see an Expo coming down, as well as Stim. Looks like that cloaking field research for the Banshee is finished now, and we are seeing him move out. That second Banshee should be just about done. And on Kym's side, we do see that missile turret coming down right here in the corner. That's probably right where these Banshees are going to go through as well. So very good placement right there. So at least going to be able to spot it, if not take a couple pot shots at those Banshees as they go by. We see Siege Tech coming out for the Dodo here. He's getting some medevacs as well, which I agree with. Able to drop him here behind this line or over here in this area and really do some harassment. Do see those tanks taking a very forward position, driving those Hellions back very quickly. See, now if I were the Dodo, I would take this tank and actually just... with that tower vision, though, that's probably not a good idea. I was going to drop it right here, but that's right in range, and with that tower vision, they can just shoot the tank. So, maybe not. What happened to that Banshee? Looks like it did get inside. It is cloaked, and he does not have enough energy for a scout here. So these SCVs are taking a lot of damage. He needs to focus down that mule. And looks like a scan might go down here in a second. Do see another orbital command here, but he does pull back just a hair. Maybe take out this tank. He needs to continue to do some sort of damage, not just stand there. Good choice. And he might get away. And he's out of that cloak detection field. I would pull it back, though. He's still got plenty of energy. The tank was repaired. We do see a swap here going down for Kym. So he's going to go ahead and grab that tech lab, maybe grab some of his own Banshees. Do see the orbital command moving out, as well as a small push coming out of Dodo's base. Do see 3 additional racks coming down, as well as Stim, finally, which is almost done, as well as the orbital command. So he is planning on taking another command center. 4 racks here. Against tanks, I don't know if I agree with this, but, you know, this is his game. Do see that cloaking field coming down, maybe driving these guys off that tower, and it looks like he does decide to pull back. Not seeing anything coming out of that tech switch here, so I'm not sure if I agree with just blindly doing that. I would have need to do something with that. See, turret coming down, pretty smart considering that there is opponent's Banshees on the field, as well as double refinery. So he's doing something very gas intensive. He is building a Raven now for some of that mobile detection. Looks like that one missile turret just wasn't placed well enough. There's still no missile turrets here in the mineral field on this side, though. So if he was able to swing around this way, or through here towards the entrance, he could resume that harvester harassment fairly easily. And I don't agree with him just sitting here. Either send him back to base, get him fixed up, and put him back out, or, you know, get some scouting information done. He's not doing anything in this corner. Well, we do see a lot of reactors, and that, oh boy, that's a lot of Marines. He is piling minerals quite heavily, though, and he has an expansion coming down with a couple of mules. Does see a 2 tanks sieged up. He's going to siege that one as well, or maybe press forward. He needs to grab some more scouting information, because right now he does not see a whole lot. KymHyunJun here has much better map control. Granted, he's not seeing much of his opponent, but he's getting a whole another, what is this, 1/6 of the map scouted. Do see a medevac coming in with some Hellions. I don't agree. Yeah, maybe. We don't know what he's going to do with that yet. Do see this Marine checking for expansion, something that's always good to be done. Where'd that Banshee go? Oh, he's back at base, still not getting hailed, and getting close to 200 energy. Not doing a whole lot over here. Do see a steady stream of tanks as well as the double medevac come out. Nothing's in this bunker at this point, so it might be worth it salvaging. He is pulling in a lot of minerals and can't seem to stay on top of his spending. His army supply is about 8 over his opponent. Not a lot. Do see the harassment coming right in here. Very nice drop. It's going to force those Hellions right out of there. That poor SCV got stuck. But with that tank there, these SCVs are going to go down these Hellions are going to go down very quickly. Looks like that medevac will be pushed out of there. No reason for it to stick around. And it looks like there is enough room for him to sneak by outside that missile turret's range. We do see these Marines have taken out the destructible rocks at the gold expansion, so maybe he's looking to expand again soon. I would work on the food count because TheDodo isn't a big lead, but he is a little bit ahead. But we are seeing quite a few upgrades coming out for Kim. Do see him at 1-1 versus TheDodo, who is at 0-0. So in a straight up fight, I would actually place my money on KymHyunJun here, or KymHyunJun, whatever. But we do see a major push coming out from, and those Marines are going to be toasted pretty quickly. Major push coming out from TheDodo, but KymHyunJun is now aware of this. He is setting up his siege line, and it is very hard to attack a Terran siege line like that. As we see here, he is breaking off. Do see some Vikings moving out, but not a good idea. Takes out the Banshee, and that tank spread is going to be hard to deal with. He's got a medevac sitting here in the back, but it's not grabbing that tower. We have a nice tank spread, very well cut off for KymHyunJun here. I would maybe think about some more Banshee harassment, but with that Raven here, it's going to be hard to pull that off. Take some pot shots at that medevac. The range on those Vikings pretty incredible. Moves up just a hair. Some Mexican standoff here. Got some Marines sitting over here, some Marines sitting over here, couple tanks. Banshees, no, they've got anti-air. We do see additional upgrades coming out for KymHyunJun as well as a command center here. Looks like he is planning to expand either to this third or the high yield, but considering the positioning of his enemy, I don't know why oh, they can't see that. Those tanks need to siege and start getting to work. There they go. Oh boy. That tank is as close as he's gonna get. Do see that command center is finished. Those upgrades, vehicle weapon upgrades, are coming out for KymHyunJun, and we see 1-1 upgrades finally coming out for TheDodo here. He is getting some Vikings to counter KymHyunJun's Vikings here. That Raven is going to spot for that tank, and he's just going to let that sap, and he's going to take some damage from these Marines. He only lost one Marine in that encounter, which is pretty impressive. Lost another one through kind of poor micro. Almost took out that Raven. Did some damage to the tank here. I would bring down 1 or 2 SCVs and just turn on the auto repair. Get those guys taken care of. Do see a couple more tanks sieging up here. They are out of range though. Do see the orbital command moving out. It looks like he is going to take this third. I think he needs to break down these rocks because at this point TheDodo has a much quicker access to this expansion than KymHyunJun here. We see TheDodo taking this high yield though, because with this forward position he has been able to semi-contain his opponent. There's a lot of tanks and marines here. I would start switching to some air tech though. Those weapon upgrades on the vehicles are coming up. We do see maybe a scout coming out. Maybe he's going to swing around and attack this. This is not... Well, there are a couple tanks here. It is going to be hard to take out that many though. The DPS on unsieged tanks is actually surprisingly high, and it looks like he might actually lose this. That's a lot of tanks. And unfortunately, this orbital command isn't going to be able to reach these tanks way over here. Why isn't he... Oh, there it goes. Does take this forward position though, and with that Xel'Naga tower he is almost in range. Just got to keep pushing up though. He does have to push into that sieged line, but there's only one of them. That was a very big trade-off in favor of KymHyunJun. He lost probably about half of his forces there, most of his marines, but he did manage to deny that expo. We don't see anything coming from this third for KymHyunJun, but it looks like he's going to press forward and maybe attack this expansion as well. These tanks are going to siege up, and it's going to be very hard to defend this. It's a lot of tank fire right there. Looks like this expansion might go down as well. Those SCVs are taking a beating here. His minerals are pulling up. He needs to get some tanks maybe on this high ground. Get something going here. Maybe... oh boy, that tank's toast. So are those marines. Maybe get a Banshee out and deal with those. There's no marine support for these tanks. So you're just going to drop the Vikings? Get them... That's an idea. Just needs to repair that expo though. It's going to burn down. Very well done with the drop on the Vikings though. It looks like his forward position was completely wiped. No, we got to drop. No, just a bunch of medevacs. Just medevacs chilling in the main. Don't know why this Viking isn't going to town on him, but hey, whatever. See a lot more, 5, 6 more tanks and a handful of marines moving out again. Looks like they're going to try and keep some forward pressure up. There are no tanks for TheDodo here, and he's going to need those tanks if he hopes to deal with the siege line. He needs to get those guys out of there. They're not going to survive this. There it goes. Oh boy. This is not good. You're going to siege those tanks up, and all these marines are going to get toasted as well. There we go. Now, unfortunately, the hit points to tanks, even though there is splash damage, the hit points to those tanks is a lot greater than those marines. So those marines are going to die a lot quicker. Does lose one tank, though, and finally takes it out. We do see a stream of reinforcements coming in, more tanks. Those extra factories for KymHyunJun are really paying off. We are not seeing anything but tanks and medevacs, or marines and medevacs for KymHyunJun. Another siege line going down, and he's in trouble. There goes one medevac, and it looks like TheDodo might be forced to tap out of this game. Does have a high ground, but not the range from that position. These poor marines can't tell what to do. Oh, get them in, get them closer. Nope. Looks like it's gonna be a GG. That was not a good idea with that tank. There we see it. There's the GG. And it's game over. KymHyunJun did win because he had superior tank power, and all his opponent was throwing at him were Marines, which do absolutely horrible against tanks. He did stay on top of his upgrades much better than the Dodo did as well. So all in all, thank you for submitting the game, whichever one of you submitted it, I'm not sure. And hopefully we'll hear from you again. Thank you for joining me. This is Phobos. If you have some of your own replays or comments, questions, feedback, anything, leave a comment or email it to us at BronzeLeaguePerspective@hotmail.com. Again, that's BronzeLeaguePerspective@hotmail.com. This is Phobos signing off.